The Indian film industry, from Bollywood's glitz to Tollywood's dynamism, is facing one of its gravest threats yet. Not from box office slumps, not from streaming platforms, but from across the ocean, in the form of former US President Donald Trump. On Tuesday, Trump declared that he would impose a 100% tariff on all foreign films entering the United States, repeating a threat he made earlier this year. In his words, Hollywood has been stolen from America, and the answer is to wall off US cinemas from films made abroad. But what does that mean for India, the world's largest film-producing nation, with an industry worth over $1.3 billion? The implications are seismic. Industry veterans reacted with disbelief. Ashish Kulkarni, a production house founder, warned that such a tariff would make every channel of film distribution more expensive. It will increase the cost of content consumption for the Indian diaspora, he said. Filmmaker Kabir Khan pointed out the irony. Every second Hollywood film is shot outside the USA and its VFX is executed outside the USA. What does Trump even mean? But the numbers tell a harsher story. Analysts estimate that 30 to 40% of US revenue for Indian films would be wiped out overnight. That's a loss of $5 to $7 million per major release. For an industry already reeling from falling cinema admissions and shrinking payouts from Netflix and Amazon, this could be catastrophic. The Indian industry has been limping back from the pandemic, with box office earnings still 5% lower than pre-COVID levels, and online platforms paying 20% less for content than during the lockdown years. Now, with Trump's tariff threat, India's soft power, its ability to project culture and influence through film, is under siege. For decades, Bollywood and Tollywood have thrived on diaspora audiences in the US, where millions of Indians filled cinemas to watch films. That market may now be strangled. If US screens shut out Indian films or make them prohibitively expensive, Indian cinema risks shrinking back into a regional industry, losing its global stage. While the industry may not collapse overnight, this could mark the end of India's cinematic golden age abroad. But the issue is not only economic. Analysts say Trump's move has a political undercurrent in India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's BJP government has long touted Bollywood and Indian cinema as tools of cultural diplomacy. Bollywood songs and blockbusters have been central to India's global image, shaping perceptions far beyond its borders. If Trump's tariff isolates Indian films from US audiences, it undermines one of India's strongest instruments of soft power. This could weaken the BJP's narrative of India as a rising global cultural superpower. Domestically, the fallout may also hit Modi politically. The BJP has aligned itself closely with India's entertainment industry, from promoting films with nationalist themes to leveraging Bollywood stars in campaigns. A shrinking film industry, battered by tariffs and struggling to lure back audiences, may add to the list of economic concerns opposition parties will weaponize against Modi. For now, Trump's plan faces legal and practical hurdles. Analysts argue it may be more symbolic than enforceable, especially with digital platforms complicating distribution channels. But even the threat has rattled India's entertainment ecosystem. This isn't just about ticket prices. It's about whether India's cultural voice will continue to echo globally, or whether walls built in Washington will silence it. The Indian film industry has always survived crises. Censorship battles, piracy, competition from Hollywood, and even pandemics. But this moment is different. This is not only an economic fight. It is a fight for India's place in the global imagination. And the question now being asked in studios from Mumbai to Hyderabad is chilling. Could this be the end of Bollywood, Tollywood, and India's cinematic rise, just as it was beginning to shine the brightest?